Welcome to the RotoWire DFS show. I'm Adam Zdroik, joined by Luis Pacheco. Luis won so much today that he said he's going to buy a yacht now. So there's apparently a Champions League contest with $1 million, $5 million going to the winner. So Luis, congrats on using Andre Franco today.
And it includes docking fees and everything you need to have a yacht, right? Like a crew and stuff. Yeah, it was, just trying. I don't know how you didn't see it, man. It was overlaying over there too. So anyhow, I didn't see that the big contest overlay. I mean, I wasn't paying attention to that part. So hey, I left some money on the table for you guys.
Yeah, that's it. That
uh,
was it.
it's just ridiculous. I saw lineups, no Mares, no Andre Franco. I didn't want to play any of the Inter guys at those prices. I saw Haaland and say, well, I play Haaland. And then I didn't like any of my lineups with Haaland and Lautaro. Um, I didn't have to play Hakan or Eustaquio, but I kind of wanted to play one of them. So you know, I played Dumfries, which I didn't want to, but you know,
No one wants to.
nobody wants to. Yeah, it's like the veggie tray on a party. Nobody wants to, but it's there.
Jeez, you're throwing shade at veggies. Come on.
Eh, I have
So
never
for
seen that thing finish in any party I go. So
That's true. Very true. So we got Wednesday's slate here, and we got Napoli, 66% chance to win. Real Madrid, 42% chance to win. Both teams are at home. Real Madrid are up 5-2 on aggregate. Napoli up 2-0. So Luis, your goal is to tell me why I should want to play this slate that is going to be wild. It's going to be a little too wild, I think. So tell us why we should play this slate tomorrow.
I think you want to play this late because there's a lot of good forwards you want to play. You can go either way. If you want to go more Real Madrid, they win 5-2. You can play then. You want to go Liverpool, you can too. I mean, they need to come back, so maybe why not, right? And they're price affordable, so you can make those stacks there. Obviously, Napoli as well. You can play the three guys up front. You can play Lozano, Osimhen, and I'm gonna say KK just to limit myself for stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
And also think that hey, there is no many pure midfielders you want to play. I mean, there's not much outside. Floors are decent for Cruz and Zielinski. Um, I kind of like Road at that price or Godzilla. Uh, I can play Philip Max again. Again, Real Madrid left back is gonna kill me. I'm gonna play him again. I guess TAA was decent. The reverse match, so why not? So I mean, you can make a decent lineup with three forwards if you want. So I think it's fun. I think it's a lot easier to pick players than what we had to do today. So
You didn't sell me yet. I'm not sold. I'm not
all
sold.
right, well we go into it. So
All right. So what do we? You mentioned Philip Max here, and I guess, but what? So what do we think is going to happen in these matches? So Napoli in that first matchup in Frankfurt, they absolutely dominated. Frankfurt had 5 shots, 4 corners. They couldn't really do anything with 30% possession. Now it's at Napoli where you got to think that I mean, Napoli aren't going to want to get into like a back and forth match to risk anything. So I think it's just going to be kind of the same thing where it's just
yeah,
more
exactly.
more Napoli domination. And for this Real Madrid, this is your rival here, Real Madrid. Luis, known Atletico Madrid fan here. So in the last meeting, 5-2 Real Madrid and Liverpool, they're already without Thiago. Bajcetic was declared out. Jordan Henderson declared out. So we could see some puppies in here, some more puppies, but we got Fabi. We currently have the opposite of puppies in the projected
Yeah.
11. We have James Milner sitting in here. Harvey Elliott, he is a puppy. Fabinho, I guess Curtis Jones, maybe he's going to make an appearance, kind of a thing. So what do you think is going to? I think this matchup is kind of the main one to talk about. I mean, it's assumed like Napoli going to control things. How do you think this Real Madrid Liverpool game is going to go?
I mean, I feel that it should be pretty similar. I mean, I'm gonna say the number of goals was fluky. was fluke.
18
On the sense that like I mean, it was too many mistakes. Like you never see Courtois making that many mistakes. Alisson the same way. Um, I mean, it's like I think Vinicius have 2 goals on 3 shots, and similar on the other side. So I mean, I feel it's gonna be like lower scoring, but it might be crazy. So I think Liverpool defense is bad. So Vinicius Junior seems like a decent play for GPPs, even for cash if you don't want to stack Napoli forwards, right? Uh, I mean, for Liverpool, I mean Salah has penalties and he scores on the other match, so it feels can be you know fielder's choice. I don't know, like it feels like every forward might do well, right? I feel Real Madrid Liverpool is going to be lower scoring, obviously. I mean, that's an easy call.
mm,
But I feel that maybe Napoli scores more goals. Maybe Frankfurt have a little bit more life. So I think Frankfurt. I mean, even though he was dominated, he had some opportunities, right? I mean, it's really bad for them without Colomwani. But you know, Godse was decent, and Max was decent. I mean, they were close. I mean, they couldn't score, right? But for the prices they have, if you need a punt on the $3,000-4,000, why not, right? And on the other side, you can say the same of Napoli, right? I played Di Lorenzo last time because he was the only guy I fit. I mean, I got lucky. Now Di Lorenzo is the most expensive. I'm probably not gonna play him, but but I'm thinking like, hey, I can play 3, 4 forwards in the midfielder forward spots, and then just go with 2, 3 defenders. I can go Max and TAA and one more guy on utility. So that makes it fun. I think it's you have choices. Depends how you think the game's gonna go. I mean, Napoli is gonna be probably the favorite stack, um, and with some Real Madrid. So I feel like people's gonna play a lot of KK, a lot of Lozano. Then they're gonna match those two with some people's gonna play Zielinski in cash. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Maybe I want to play Vinicius Junior. I don't know. I feel risky. I mean, I feel confident in not playing set piece center midfielder guys. So I don't know how
yeah,
you feel.
I kind of agree with that. So you think like how much are Liverpool just gonna push in this? Like, what are they gonna do in this spot? Are they just gonna? They're already exposing themselves with like
They have
TAA,
to, right? They have
right? So I mean, given how obviously, as you said, Real Madrid's not going to be as efficient with 5 goals in 9 shots again, but if Liverpool push, like what is that even? How is their back line just going to deal with that? Because
to. Yeah,
we just saw what I mean. It seems like Benzema is going to be ready to start again, so he's been out for maybe a couple weeks now with an injury.
yeah.
But I mean, should we? It just feels tough to look at the Liverpool guys when we like Real Madrid overall as a team more. They're at home. They're in the advantage spot, and I know I've seen some people saying, okay, yeah, Liverpool they need to push, they need to win, but I mean that doesn't automatically mean that they're gonna score and win this game and get goals.
Exactly.
I just feel like I know the guys are a little cheaper. I mean, Nunez is down there. I guess those guys will maybe they'll start taking a ton of shots, kind of a thing, just to create
Yeah,
something. But it just, I'd still rather want Vinicius going
yeah.
against TAA, who's probably going to be playing like a forward in this game. So
I agree.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I feel like Real Madrid is now have more opportunity to sit back. I mean, Real Madrid is a team that doesn't dominate matches anymore. They win by the sheer hunch or luck, if you want to call it. I mean, talent, obviously. Give the ball to Vinicius and he will do something, and then you have that midfield, and it's impossible to get the ball away.
so
But they are not.
you want to play the Liverpool forwards. That's what you're saying.
I like TA a lot. I'm not sure what to do with Robertson. Salary wise, it's not bad. Um, but yeah, I mean, I won't be um, against a Liverpool stack for GPP. I'm not sure is the, obviously I don't know anything, but I'm not sure that's the right way to go when you can play Napoli and Vinicius. Vinicius is just such a centerpiece of Real Madrid attack. So, as you said, right, TAA is not going to be there. And even if he's there, I mean, he's still not much against probably one of the best players in La Liga, right? So
Yeah.
um, I like those. Um, we'll see what happens, right? I'm okay. I'm also playing Osimhen instead of Vinicius, but I feel also Vinicius is better play because Real Madrid plays for him. So
Right. How many do you think Napoli is going to put it on like Manchester City, or do you think it's going to be a little more contained?
I
They're
feel it's going to be the same as the other match. I mean, I haven't seen Napoli playing differently all season. So, they play their style. I mean, KK is just amazing. Like, I don't know if you saw the goal this week, and it's like every other week he have a goal like that, and it's just impossible to get the ball away from him. And it's just, I mean, what they're going to change. I mean, I feel that Napoli doesn't have much to change, right? Like, they're going to play their game. Uh, they're going to try to score goals, and
the early
you know,
subs worry you at all? I mean, especially as we get to
yeah.
midfield with like Zielinski at 7,400.
Well, but who? I mean, it's just I don't know who can be the refreshing guys. I mean, it's not like Napoli's winning 4-0, right? 2-0. I mean, 2 goals is not a big difference, right? So I mean, it looks big, but I mean, you can say like I think Raspadori and Politano are out, right? So there's no many forwards
Uh,
there.
I don't I don't think
Just
Politano's
Raspadori.
out.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I mean, I don't know. Zielinski has to thinks that it's hard to get someone else there. I mean, I haven't watched much Napoli besides some matches, but I haven't seen Zielinski being in sub because no, I don't want to play Zielinski though. I feel that Zielinski, even his floor is decent for Napoli at 7,000. I mean, you might need a goal, so.
Right. That's the question. Do you want like a 10-point floor from 7 plus K? It's probably
Yeah,
not worth it, is kind of what it comes down
yeah.
to.
Yeah, it's not the same way I'm lukewarm on Cruz as well. So it's just
So whoever starts between Lozano and Politano, do you have any interest in them because it's a little cheaper piece of Napoli? Maybe
yeah.
probably not in cash games unless you think so in cash games. It just feels like more of a tournament move. I feel like not as many people are going to look at them because they're also at the same price as the Liverpool guys. So
I'm a Lozano fan, so I would play Lozano over any Liverpool guy, but that's me, right? I mean, I like Salah, but I understand the rationale I mean, Salah is not going to get sub unless Real Madrid scored 3 goals in the first half, right? So Salah might be over Lozano. Not sure for cash. I mean, I always feel like for cash, Lozano is super safe, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to be a cash uh, day, so. So I'm
outside of
okay with you.
Mac,
I think Salah over Lozano might be a good play, or Vinicius over Lozano.
okay.
I'm not an Osimhen guy, and I know you are, but
Well, I
I
mean,
might play Plaza over
it's just like
Osimhen
uh oh, you're playing Lozano over Osimhen?
just for
I
the
guess.
salary. It depends,
Yeah,
right? So I don't know.
1,400.
I'm playing both. I mean, I'm not sure yet, but I kind of like Salah. I think Salah is a good spot.
My just worry with Lozano and Osimhen is like it seems like Osimhen is an automatic goal, whereas Lozano is going to get subbed out at the 70th minute, and he's made the score sheet once since the World Cup. So, uh, I mean, it may. Kind of think the 1,400 is actually worth it for Osimhen. Um, yeah, obviously, depending what else you're doing. Uh, I
Yeah,
mean, you could get KK, you could get Vinicius, you could get Osimhen. Uh, I mean, we could see what that looks like, but even then, you're still fading. You're still not using Benzema, kind of a thing. So you're kind of really heavy on Napoli there, which maybe is a good thing. But
yeah. So I give you, so between Salah and Vinicius, who you play?
I'll play Vinicius.
All right, I think I'm
Who
with
do you
you
think
there.
is the? So we got Rudiger, Militao, Carvajal, Camavinga. You think that's kind of the back line for Real Madrid there?
No,
Something else?
I think Nacho's left back.
Nacho? Okay.
I mean, I see Camavinga could be, but I think that they want to be a little bit more conservative if they play Nacho in there.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, it's we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be Camavinga or Chumeni on the central midfield. I feel that they trust Nacho more, and Nacho's being good and dependable, right? Like he came when Alaba got injured, he came in, and so
yeah. Do you
and
have any?
70% Nacho, 30% Camavinga to me,
Okay.
but who knows?
Okay. So you mentioned Max. You have Max here? Do you want anyone else from Frankfurt? Rafael Borre is 4,600. He's probably going to come in for the suspended Kolumuani. Pure punt. I mean, are you even looking at any of these other Frankfurt guys? It's just hard to. They're probably going to get
I
five. They're
I
going to get five
yeah,
shots again. So
yeah, I think, I mean, I'm just salary wise, I think Rode at 4,000, 3,000, something like that. It's interesting for the 5 points it can give you. Mario Götze was not bad on the other match, and now with Lidstrom gone, he have to shoulder a little bit more of the offense. So I don't know if that guy has anything left on the tank, but for like 4,600, I think
4,300.
4,300. I mean, if you need a midfielder spot and you don't want to play a defender and utility, you can go to one of those guys.
So it's
So
just
like
this
I'd rather
super.
play Götze than play Cruz. So that's where I am now.
It'd be like you'd rather play these guys over Harvey Elliott at 4,600, over Zombo Aguisa at 4,200. It's kind of what the range is here.
Yeah, I kind of like Elliot, but Götze, I feel that he have to play 90. So um, and I feel the score is a little bit closer, which is probably not true because Liverpool can score 3 goals, and I don't know if Frankfurt can get 2 goals in Napoli. So
Right. Lobotka is down here too, for 3,900. So all these central midfielders
yeah,
compared to, more attacking Frankfurt players, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, that's my thing. I like Godse. I'm not sure if Rafael Santos Borré can. I mean, I don't want to play him at that price, but
What are your thoughts on going back to forward here? So we talked about Salah. So if we get Salah, Gakpo, and Nunez all starting again, what are your thoughts on all those guys? Because I mean, if this is
Salah first.
like, how much do you want to play these guys? I guess is kind of what I'm asking because we have a situation where we have Firmino and Diego Jota are both healthy right now, so it almost feels like no matter what happens in this match, those guys are going to come in
Yeah,
unless Nunez and Gakpo are just dominating and they score two early goals. You
yeah,
got to think that there's a chance Jota and Firmino almost even start here. So, are like I don't know if you're considering them, but would the possible sub in the 60th minute be kind of worrying here for those guys?
yeah. I For those three, I think. I mean, you have to look at Salah. I like Salah just because of role, penalty kicks, and not subbing. So I like him. Obviously, probably the most expensive one at 8,000. So that puts the brakes a little bit on it. I think Darwin Nunez or Gapo. I mean, I'm not into them. I mean, I thought Darwin Nunez was looked decent on the previous match, and as you say, he can score. But Firmino is going to come in, and or Jota for him, and for 7,000, you know, just just feel like too much. Like I'd rather. I mean, it have to be so much upside for me just to sacrifice one of the Napoli guys or Vinicius. So I can see playing Salah instead of Osimhen or Lozano, but I'm not in the other guys. I mean, the other guys will be just GPP play, like your Liverpool stack
Right.
for comeback kids, right? So
Comeback kids. In the midfield, we got Zielinski here. I mean, he's like a classic cash play.
Yeah,
Classic cash play, 7,400. But as we said earlier, are the 10 points going to be worth it? Do we
yeah.
just put those 10 points in at 7,400? Is that worth it? Or why not just go down to, I don't know, the 5K range, go down a little cheaper and get whoever, save 2K so you can spend that on, three of the high end forwards, go sub 5K at midfield and hope you get, between 5 to 10 points from two midfielders.
I'm with you, 100%. I play Chalcanoglu today, or I was gonna play Eustachio, and I regret it. And it's even Eustachio was I'm not sure how good he was, but I know he got sub. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and yeah, Zielinski is at 7,000. It's too high. I mean, I feel that the upside is a little bit little on this match. It's like, I mean, Napoli doesn't he doesn't get many assists on the Osimhen is more like a speed guy than a somebody's gonna be in the box, heading corners, right? So and you have Kim Min Jae for that, which is, I guess you can play, but I don't know. I'm not into Zielinski. I think playing Zielinski or Cruz is a it can work if the matches are like nil, but I feel there are goals coming, so I won't play
Mm-hmm.
them. So
Yeah, Cruz. I guess I didn't mention Cruz. Cruz is kind of in that same
yeah,
situation, same sentence at 6,800 here.
yeah,
Kind of not worth it. Modric, the 6,300, kind of in that same conversation. I mean, he got the
yeah.
assist last match, but really didn't have much else. So as we go down, we talked a little bit about the Frankfurt guys. Who's the first guy you'd actually consider? Valverde is 5,400. We could see what his numbers look like last match. Not much. I mean, he's in that third forward role, but as you always say, he's
Yeah,
kind of playing not as a forward, more as a
yeah,
midfielder there. So
yeah. The false winger, right? The Iniesta role, and well, in
yeah.
this case,
So
yeah.
who do you want to look at down here at midfield? I mean, would Harvey Elliott come into range here? I mean,
I
he's
like Harvey Elliott. I think Elliott, Godse, or Rode. I mean, I'm looking at those three guys. I think Chomini or Kamavinga is someone you can look at. I mean, Chomini is good, like long distance shooter. I don't know how much he's in price. I'm saying Chomini, maybe he's expensive.
4,800.
Yeah, so I I kind of like Rode. He's gonna play on the Lindstrom spot. Um, he's veteran guy, but good midfielder. He can give me 5 points and maybe some upside. Obviously, I'm not sure if Frankfurt's going to score goals, but um, Mario Götze feels like if there is any slate to play him, you can do it now. I'm not sure how much is him. Let me see for something, right? Götze is 4,300. So Rory because he's cheap and he helps to feed maybe 3 4 expensive forwards, right? So
So you like these guys more than the Napoli midfielders.
I think so. It's
Okay.
just I mean Sambo Anguissa sometimes is an enigma for me. Sometimes he does pretty well. Um,
Yeah, he
I
had
mean he gave me
some really
five
good.
points, but I feel the upside is not there, even though like some of the games are being ridiculous. So I guess you can put him in there. Um, I don't know. I feel like I like Rode just a price. I like Frankfurt on the sense that they have to attack. Um, I have Harvey Elliott. He always seems to do well. Liverpool needs to attack too. So I guess those two guys. I'm not sure if I would play Lobotka. I don't. I just have a hard time playing Lobotka. It's the guy that is more back in a midfield position. Napoli doesn't really need to push more. So definitely not Lobotka. I'm between those four. So which do you
Okay.
like any of those guys, or do you rather not
I
play
mean,
them?
they're all kind of ho hum, really. I'm not
Yeah,
too excited about playing Frankfurt away to Napoli, especially
yeah,
guys who don't really go 90 minutes. That's my thing here with like Rhoda. I mean, I know he's 3,500 and you're kind of expecting 5 points from him, but
yeah.
I guess that's fine. I mean,
Yeah,
Fabinho's down here too, but it's Fabinho. Um, yeah, I guess this young guy Nauf could start as well on the wing. I guess he's an option,
yeah,
3,900 for Frankfurt. But again, it's just like a guy who's going to go 70 minutes against
yeah.
Napoli, where they're going to have 30% possession, and how many good opportunities are they going to get? So that's kind of my worry. I mean, what Getza got most of his points. I mean, he got some of his points from like drawing fouls and stuff in that first meeting. So I guess if you want to rely on that, there you go. We had 3 fouls drawn, a couple shots that weren't on target with a yellow card. So I'd say I usually just go with a favored team here, but I mean, all
Yeah,
these guys are they're kind of sitting
yeah,
here. I mean, we didn't talk about Kamada. I guess he doesn't need to take PKs for Frankfurt, so
yeah. I just Kamada price. It just throws me off, right?
5,200. Yeah, well, it's
Yeah,
because of
it's
the
just
goals. It's because he's on PKs.
yeah. That's the thing. Like it just feels like I mean, I guess you can do a Frankfurt stack, but yeah,
Frankfurt stack. That's too much for me. That's too much.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I feel for the 4,000 range over more than that. It's just well, why don't you just play Cruz or someone else? I don't know.
So for defense, TAA and Robertson, you mentioned Max. We got a few questions here. So Liverpool got a push. TAA is 6,000 and Robertson is 5,200. We can also see Simicast. He's 5,300. I mean, I'm kind of just plugging those guys in. It's not like Liverpool are going to sit back. They're going to be
I agree.
attacking. They're going to be sending crosses in. I'd much rather have Liverpool. I mean, you already mentioned that Real Madrid's not a team that's gonna dominate a match kind of a thing with possession like Napoli are. So that's why I kind of like Robertson slash Simicast over Philip Max there at 4,900. Do you have any? I guess
I mean, but
continue on with
Frankfurt has to attack as well, right? But I guess it's just not confident on that. I get it. I mean, for me, just Max is having a monopoly on set pieces. Helps a lot. Also, I have a lot of recency bias with Robertson. He seems to be more, floors has gotten a lot lower lately. Not sure why, but it feels like it's hard for to see Robertson getting over 8 points, 5 8 to 8 points, which I think Max should get 8 points easily. He's not sub, right? Which I think he's not gonna be.
you
So
think Max will easily get 8 points and Robertson won't,
I think so. Yeah.
just because of the right side of Real Madrid with
I mean, it's just I mean, Max had monopoly, so he have an extra you know side of corners, right?
how many corners is Frankfurt going to get at Napoli though?
Well, do you think Liverpool have more? I mean, I get it, but
Yeah, I do.
okay, so sounds good to me. So you see,
Uh,
Liverpool is coming to Madrid and it's gonna guns blazing. It's a combat kid. Well, play all Liverpool then. I mean, I'm not trusting them, so
well, you're saying the same about Frankfurt though. So what's the difference?
I like Felix Magath the price to get me 8 points.
But you don't like Robertson to do that for 300 more.
I like him too, but I will play him in my utility. But if I have to pick one only, I'm gonna pick Max,
Okay. Well,
which I
also in
guess
this
you're gonna
conversation,
pick Reverson, right?
do you like these Napoli guys, Oliveira, Di Lorenzo? Di Lorenzo's
Not
really
not
expensive now.
Oliveira and Di Lorenzo. I don't like it either, but Di Lorenzo can work. I mean, I don't like Di Lorenzo at that price. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
And Oliveira is more defensive guy. If it was Mario Rui, I could do Rui, but I don't know. I feel like Oliveira, even though both did well on the other match, but I don't know, man. I'm old school. I'd go with the wing back in a three defense with corners, but you know, definitely a concern with Frankfurt being like play out of the building, right? So
Well, I think that your cash method or just in this method will not be popular. So you'll have an edge. If Robertson busts, you're going to have an edge here because Frankfurt are the biggest underdog and no one's expecting them to do anything. So if you're going with Rhoda and Max, I don't think these guys are going to be very popular. So if they do something, then you're probably going to win another yacht or something tomorrow.
Awesome. That's what I need, man. No, yeah.
Yeah, otherwise at defender, there's really no reason to look below these guys. This is a pretty good defender slate. You could consider all these guys, and there's no reason to go down unless I'm missing something here. If for some reason you want to start, I don't know, there's center backs, I guess. That I mean, nothing, no one else really stands out here unless you see something.
No, it's all good. I mean, the only other one is you can decide to play Nacho at 3,000 if he starts, but I mean, maybe you say, well, I can play Rode or I can play Nacho. In that case, well, I think I would play Nacho over Rode, but um, I mean, there's no more else. So I mean, I think Di Lorenzo is priced out. I think TAA is good price. Robertson for you, obviously. I like Robertson. I like Max better, and I can play Nacho over Rode. That's it. So there's nothing else unless you want to do play the center back game, but you know.
No, we're not doing that. We're not talking about that. It's not worth our time here. The question at goalkeeper is if you want Alex Marat or whoever starts in goalkeeper at goal for Napoli is if you want them for 5,700, 40% clean sheet odds for maybe one save, maybe you're getting another 12 points. That's what Marat did in that first meeting. So, do you want that or do you want to risk the Courtois, Alisson, another 2 goals allowed for either one of those kind of a thing?
I mean, the goalkeeper I like it the least did the best, which was Trap. I mean, again, I think Courtois, Hongoli, underdog, Liverpool more firepower, more trust than Frankfurt could work. Um,
Oh, I forgot. This was the Kevin Trapp. The last time these teams played, it was the
17
Kevin
point.
Trapp slate. Yeah, okay. The 9 saves. That's right. That was a great slate. Just kidding.
Not great.
All right, so let's just do Kevin Trapp. Screw it. We'll get the
Yeah, that's
saves.
the thing. Do Trap and hey, do the saves. I like Meret and Courtois, obviously. You Adam, I hate paying 6,000. Well, 5,700 for Meret. I think it's too much. I feel there's more upside playing Robertson and any of those guys than go down to Nacho or a defender. So just, I mean, Kevin Track worked one time. What is gonna work again? So I have nothing to say. Hey, plugs whoever you want. I mean,
All right,
I think Courtois is desirable, but
I just built the winning lineup. Do you want to hear it?
yes.
Okay, we got KK, Vinicius, Benzema, Rhoda, Zombo Aguisa, TAA, Robertson, and Trapp. Guess how much remaining salary? Zero.
Ah, look at that. You match perfectly.
There you go.
We're done.
This I just gave everyone a free lineup that's going to win money. So what else do you need to hear from us from this free
Uh,
podcast, this free show? What else is there that needs to be said?
yeah.
What are you going to do in this slate? Based off what you're saying, you're going to have
I'll give
five
you
Frankfurt
my lineup.
players.
Then I'm gonna
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have a lineup build that I'm gonna send to my Discord Patreon group. Then subscribe for that. Is it gonna be as you say? I like KK. I have KK. I have Lozano. I have Vinicius. I have Rode. I have TAA. I have Nacho Trap, and I have Zielinski.
You're holding out us. You have Nacho at 3,000. We didn't mention him.
Well, I told you my service is not pretty good, man.
The
No, I
secret.
think it's just being honest. Like I can play Robertson, and then instead of Zielinski, and then instead of Roddy, I can go. Well, instead of Nacho, I can go somewhere else. But No, possibilities are endless. I want to play. Can we play the Benzema, Osimhen, Vinicius, and KK? Can we do that?
You're gonna have to. I guess if you want, you're gonna have Nacho in this spot.
Yeah.
So let's
I mean, do
put.
we really? I mean, why I'm hating on Robertson? I don't know why, but for some reason I'm hating on Robertson. What it is because Valverde just cover him, so they just all go to the other side.
So the okay, KK, Osimhen, Vinicius, Benzema. This lineup, you need Rhoda, Carvajal, Nacho, and Trap, and you got 0 remaining.
Done. Sending.
There you go.
Sending to my subs. Make money, dude.
Check out Luis's Discord. Send money to his Patreon. Okay, let's get some predictions here. So today we were what 5 goals off on Manchester City's win.
A lot of yeah.
I think we maybe we might have said 1-0. I feel like we said scoreless draw for the Inter match, though. I think we were
No,
pretty.
we got the Inter match right.
Yeah, I think we were
We
spot on
did.
there.
Take it to the
Okay,
bank.
so you can go first here. So what do you got for the match predictions here?
I'm gonna predict this exact scores. Napoli 3, Frankfurt 2.
Whoa.
Real
Okay.
Madrid 2, Liverpool 2.
Wow. That's a lot of goals.
I told you.
Do you truly believe that Frankfurt are going to get 2 goals?
Yes. I believe they get one.
So,
I
I
believe
mean,
they get one.
we kind of went over Boré a little bit. Rafael Boré, are you going to plug? No.
Oh, Boré, I mean,
He could go
doesn't mean
90.
that doesn't mean he can score. I mean, I can see.
Let's click into his profile. He scored a bunch last season. Look at this. He got 8 goals and 4 assists in Bundesliga last season. Then he lost his starting job because Kolomwani's better. But this guy can score.
I
He's
agree.
under 5K.
No, I like. I'm gonna
You're
guess
you're gonna have Kamada.
a road goal. It's a road goal day.
Why do you like Rhoda so much? Can we dive into this some more? Because
I
he has 4 goals this season. Okay, I can see that. All right.
I think he's decent. I mean, he's a decent player in general.
He has 1 shot on goal since November. Does that make you confident?
Totally.
Okay. Who do you
One shot on
prefer
goal. My God,
between?
that's yeah. He hasn't played. I mean, he has not played. I mean, who's gonna play by with God's? It's gonna be Kamara, I guess. But you know,
Yep, Kamada's on PKs though. You got to think that if
yeah.
Frankfurt get 2 goals, you got to think that he's involved, but he's another guy who hasn't scored since November. So there's that.
All right, yeah. All right. So 3-1-2-2.
Okay.
What are you guesses?
I'll say another 2-0, and then I'm gonna take Real Madrid 3-1.
Mm, goals. We like goals here. All right.
Goals, couple goals. Who's so all the Real Madrid goals, Benzema and Vinicius, or who do you think is most likely to get a goal from everyone else on their team?
God,
Rudiger, I guess. Rudiger?
Rudiger. Yes.
Is that what it comes to? Let's check out what the odds are here. We got Vinicius. I guess Valverde's up there. Wait, are you seeing these odds? Why does Valverde have the same odds as Vinicius to score?
Nah, that's wrong. They have 250.
DraftKings.
That's a default. That's wrong. And if not, I mean,
DraftKings.
just give me. I'm gonna put the money I want on the yacht on that Vinicius odd. Just
I'm
you give
gonna
me two
grab
fifty.
that right after this show.
You
This is on
let's just go
DraftKings.
right now. Let's go right now. Bye guys. My God, 250 for Vinicius goal.
That's amazing. Modric is at 330. Militao is at
No, that has
550.
to be wrong. That has to be wrong.
Hey, I mean,
Hey,
these come straight from DraftKings, so I mean, we're not making this up here.
all
Okay.
right. I can
Well,
gamble here, so guys, hey, somebody in a VPN.
we're going to
Uh,
question from Steve. Do you think Holland scores again tomorrow? He might. He
I
might.
mean,
You never
what
know.
a game, man! Like I thought that Pep was gonna be more conservative. My God, he came out guns blazing. Like he just said, "F you, Luis, for telling me whatever."
To be fair, some of that was luck, and it kind of got out of hand. But
Yeah,
the odds
yeah,
are
horrible
accurate.
defending too, but
Steve
yeah,
is telling us the odds are accurate, plus 250 on Vinicius. So
plus 250 on Vinicius. Come on, guys.
we're
All
all
right.
grabbing that. If you're listening to the show, assuming it's legal for you. Assuming it's legal for you, we're grabbing that plus 250.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else here? You said 2 Liverpool goals. You said you weren't playing Nunez and Gakpo. So does that mean Salah or Harvey Elliott or
Salah,
Konate,
definitely
Van
Salah
Dijk?
goes. Salah and
Okay.
Firmino from the bench. That's how it works.
Okay. There you go. Salah, Firmino from the bench. Okay. There's that. And we're settled. Zambo's going to score, and Guisa, he's going to score.
I like
Okay.
Sambo, such a good player, man.
And Luis
Such a
said
good
everyone's
player.
scoring 2 goals, so it only makes sense that just spend down at goalkeeper. So I wonder if do you think Trapp's going to be like 40% goalkeeper after his 9 save performance?
I think he's gonna be highly owned. I mean, I feel it's gonna be he's Meret probably hires on, but it's gonna be evenly distributed. I'm gonna say 25-30% in each these guys.
Okay, there we go. All right, Luis, you got anything else? We got to get out of here. It's getting close to
Nothing,
bedtime
man.
here.
This is just nothing here. Nothing else. Just guys, just play your guys, have fun, and get that Vinicius out and tell DraftKings to not cut you off. My God.
Player guys. That's what it comes down to. RotoWire.com/soccer trial, free 48-hour trial to get this cheat sheet. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, you can get this cheat sheet again. And if you're watching on YouTube, give us a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. And then once you're subscribed to RotoWire, rotowire.com/chat, you can get in there. You can see all of Luis's hot takes. You can see the winnings that Luis made today. We got a couple more. Some of our subscribers. One of our subscribers actually got 2 King of the Pitch tickets today. There's 2 up for
Nice.
grabs. He got both of them.
Nice.
He played Bernardo Silva, something I could never do. So congrats to him on getting those tickets.
How many points have Bernardo Silva? Did he do well?
He got like 7. So
7. Oh well, yes. Second
so
forward. What is late, man? What is
yeah, I
late?
believe that lineup had Grujic in it, who had 14. You needed Galeno or Grujic in your lineup to win something. Steve wants flag plants from us. Do you have a flag plant for this slate? I mean, we kind of mentioned everyone. I'm gonna say your flag plant is Rhoda. Um,
Yeah, Rhoda.
my flag plant is I'm gonna say Zombo. Zombo is my flag plant. Let's go. Let's get a goal. He tore it up in group stages. We're gonna revert to group stage Zombo and get a goal from him at 40 something hundred, 44 maybe. All right, Luis, you can find him at Pacheco on Twitter. I'm at Zdroik. Good night, Luis. Good luck, everyone. And we'll see everyone for Premier League on Friday. Kits and Wagers, our betting show. That's on Thursday. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Luis.